Today, I want to share with you our new homeschool weekly timetable for the 2025-2026 school year. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our homeschool table. My name is Jerilyn. I am a homeschooling mom of 3 kids. My oldest daughter is 11 and going into 6th grade. My middle son is 4, doing pre-K this school year. And then I have a 2-year-old daughter who is running around and keeping us all entertained. So I hope that you will click that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. So today's video is part of a collaboration hosted by Davene from Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shawna from Homegrown Homeschool. So I will link down below in the description box a playlist so that you can check out and see what they are sharing, along with several other moms that are joining this collaboration. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. I created a weekly timetable. Now, a timetable is a little bit different from a flow or a schedule or a routine because it does have times. In a Charlotte Mason education, you would create a timetable so that you can kind of map out which topics you're going to do on which days. And the thing that I really like about it is that it helps me to kind of visualize how long each thing will take so that I can organize my day in a way that makes sense for our family. So one of the things that I've really been trying to pay attention to this summer is how the regular flow of our day kind of works. So in our family, we get up in the morning, and it doesn't really matter what time this happens, but the next thing we do is we do our morning chart and chores. So that just includes things like getting ready for the day, making beds, doing a few chores, and eating breakfast. And then after that, we will get started on kind of the things of our day. So when it comes to homeschooling and creating a schedule, my daughter has always really liked and preferred to do her independent things first. And so I want to go with that flow because it's kind of natural for us, as opposed to changing it and trying to do something different, because that has not worked for us in the past. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what our timetable looks like each day. And it is a little bit different this year because we are doing science with some friends on Mondays. And then on Fridays, once a month, we go to a music class. Plus, we also have recently joined a field trip group that I think they try to mostly stick to Thursdays, but there are some other days of the week that might be changed as well. So let's go ahead and take a look. So here is our weekly timetable, and you might notice that there are 2 kind of columns for each day of the week, and that is because the left side, or green, is for my daughter, the blue side is for my son, and then the purple is anything that they are doing with me. So I know that I need to be ready to go by certain times. Now, I got this idea from America over at A Heart for Home Education. She is a Charlotte Mason homeschooling mom, and she showed her timetable recently, and I really liked it. So I decided to kind of change how I had it before, which you might have seen in my homeschool mom binder video, and I decided to kind of rearrange it to this format. So as you can see, the middle 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, look fairly similar. These are kind of our regular homeschool days. On Mondays, we have this big science and coffee time because a few of my friends and their kids come over. We are going to be doing Apologia Earth Science together, just the activities. And then we have coffee and lunch and playtime and things like that. So that's why this big chunk of time is here. You could kind of treat it as our co-op, even though we don't really do co-ops. But let's go ahead and just take a look at a typical day. So I'll start with Tuesday. We have morning chart and chores, and that's going to be anywhere between 8 and 9 o'clock. My daughter will start her personal Bible reading and then math. And this is why I like to create the timetable with times, because it helps me to see about how long each of her subjects is going to take, so that I can make sure to plan in some free time for her. So we have Bible reading, math, Latin flashcards, and then typing. Then she's going to work on her language arts. She's going to combine day 1 and 2 on Tuesdays. And then we're going to do our Sunlight Bible and Gentle and Classical preschool together. My daughter kind of joins all of us with that. Now, at the same time that my daughter's doing her independent work, my son is having his playtime, and then at 10 o'clock, we will get together and do his all about reading pre-reading lessons and maybe a page from a workbook that we have. I have done some videos recently about all of these things, so I can link a few things up in the iCards for you if you're interested in checking out what we're using. So then at about 11:15 until 12 o'clock, there's some free time for everybody, which will help me be able to switch over laundry or sweep up from our snack time, something like that, and then kind of get lunch ready, because at 12 o'clock on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, my daughter will do her science. That'll take her about a half an hour. She listens to the audiobook and answers some of the what do you remember questions. And while she's doing that, I will be doing our Before 5 in a Row book and activities with my son and toddler. My 4-year-old and 2-year-old kind of do everything together because my little daughter just wants to do whatever her big brother's doing. So we're doing that. Then you'll see over here on Thursday and Friday that we change from science and Before 5 in a Row to health, Burgess Bird Book, and our On Mission magazine. So we will do that on Thursdays and Fridays. Now, if you notice here at the top, I have noted that our music class meets every third Friday. So on those days, we basically won't do much of this at all. And we probably won't even do this part down here because we don't get home until 1 o'clock or so. And then I'm just kind of tired from being gone all morning. So we just kind of let that go. But that's only one Friday a month, so it's okay. So after our science and kind of health, nature study, and geography time, then we'll have some more free time. On Thursdays, because we leave really early for ballet, we're going to do our Before 5 in a Row reading time right before nap. So then if you look kind of down here towards the bottom, you'll see quiet time and nap time. My little kids still take naps. My older daughter just does a quiet time, and usually that's either in the living room or outside in the backyard, or sometimes she goes and spends a couple hours reading at the library. But on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and some Fridays, I'm going to do our Sunlight history portion, read aloud, and reader. So that's all Sunlight stuff right there at the very beginning of nap time, because then we don't have as many distractions. So my older daughter and I, who's in 6th grade, will do that. We're using Sunlight History Bible Literature Level F this year. And so we will do the history, read aloud, and reader together, and then we will continue on with quiet time. Then you'll see at the bottom we have our extracurricular activities a couple of nights a week, and that is kind of our schedule. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays look very similar to each other. Friday is just a little bit different. We have my daughter's character study in the morning instead of her regular Bible reading. It's still a Bible study, so it's just that we're going to switch to doing that one day per week, and we'll see how that goes. If that doesn't feel right, we will change it. We'll still do our Sunlight Bible and Gentle and Classical preschool, and then this is also the day that I am going to be teaching the new Latin lesson, and then everything that she practices throughout the week will be from that lesson the Friday before. Anytime that we are doing kind of a morning time, a mini morning time, as I called it in a few videos ago, my little kids will be doing table activities here in our dining room. I know that it's always helpful to me to see how other people kind of structure their days to just get some ideas for our homeschool. So I hope that it was helpful for you to see our layout and what is going to hopefully work for us this school year. I haven't tried it exactly like this yet, but I have tried parts of it. And so I'm really hoping that in the first couple weeks of school that we will get into a good routine. I do have a plan for how we're going to ease into our school year, and I will be putting up a video about that probably next week, just kind of our schedule of how I flow from summer and kind of more relaxed homeschooling time to a more structured homeschool schedule where we actually need to get work done. So definitely subscribe so that you don't miss that video when I post it next week. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget that this video is part of a collaboration with Davene from Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shawna from Homegrown Homeschool. So check out the playlist linked down below in the description box so that you can get good ideas from all of the other moms that are sharing today as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today at our homeschool table, and we'll see you next time.